So I've had the AirPods Pro first generation for about a couple days now, and that's certainly not enough time for a full review, but I think it's time for some first impressions. I got them from Flipkart for around 16,000, but if you buy it from somewhere else, it's around 19,000 INR or 179 USD if you're buying it in the US. As you just saw, it comes with a USB-C to Lightning cable, which is great. It doesn't come with a brick though, so you'll have to buy that separately if you don't have one already. But if you have a newer iPhone, then you'll probably already have a USB-C brick, so it's not going to be a huge issue. There's also some extra silicone ear tips included in the box, which is a huge feature. The medium-sized ear tips are already attached to the AirPods when you buy them, and the small and large are the ones that are included. If you lose the ear tips, then you can buy them from Apple for another $4, which is surprisingly reasonably priced, so that's good. It's a really good thing that they include the extra ear tips in the box, because in case the medium ones don't fit you too well, then it's super uncomfortable to wear a different sized ear tip. So it's good that you have the option. What's really cool is that if you go into the AirPods settings in the settings app, then you can do something called a ear tip fit test. And it just plays some audio and tells you whether the AirPods you're wearing are a good seal or not. And that really helps you decide which size ear tips you want on your AirPods. In the box, there's also some paperwork that nobody really looks over or cares about. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the unboxing. To set it up, you just need to open the lid and a prompt shows up on your iPhone. If you respond to the prompt, it takes you through the setup process. It's really quick and easy. I mean, that's the benefit of being part of the Apple ecosystem. Everything works so well together and the integration is almost seamless. That's the benefit of buying AirPods if you're an iPhone user. I already had the AirPods second generation from 2018. It was a very robust device and I used it for multiple hours every single day. But I had them for 4 years and one of them was starting to get louder than the other, so I decided to upgrade. In comparison, the AirPods Pro are slightly more oblong in shape and have a slightly shorter stem, so there's a noticeable design refresh. There's also a large black grill on the front here that's supposed to act as a vent. It prevents any air pressure when you put the AirPods in your ear, which can be really uncomfortable. A lot of the time, when you wear silicone-tipped earbuds, they cause some levels of pain and stuffiness, but these overcome that with that vent, so that's a really good feature. Well, that's it for the physical differences. I'm not going to be talking about sound quality or battery life in this video because a couple days is far too early for me to judge that. That'll be in the full review. You might be thinking, why did I get the AirPods first generation instead of the second generation, which Apple announced just this September? The number one reason is price. Like I said before, these AirPods are around 19,000 INR or 179 USD depending on where you buy it. Now, I'm not denying that that's already huge money to spend on headphones, but the second generation, which Apple just announced, that's around 249 USD or 26,000 if you buy it in India. That's so much more. The second reason, which is a little more subtle, is that the differences in feature between the second generation and the first generation is not that much. The only real difference is that the second generation come with a slightly updated battery and slightly updated drivers. But let's be real, paying that much more for around 1 extra hour of battery life is not a good deal. These AirPods give you almost exactly the same features as the new ones at 75% of the price. That's a good deal, and that's why I chose these. Well, that's been it for this video. I'll be posting a full comprehensive review of the AirPods Pro at some point in the future, so look forward to that. And yeah, see you in the next one.
Those voices.